Hello, good morning. Welcome to CGS Biblecast. Thank you for joining me here. Remember to click like if you're watching today. I'd like to see if you're watching because the other stats, you can't trust those. But anyhow, starting a new book today. Super great one. You're going to love it. Lamentations. It means lament. Okay. Maybe this is your go-to Bible book when you're seeking encouragement. No, it's probably not. Does it give you the goosebumps and make you feel all warm inside and make you feel so wonderful? No, it's probably not. It's actually laments. It's being sad. It's crying out to the Lord in anguish. So here's the backstory. Jerusalem had been conquered, destroyed, and the Israelites were living in exile. They were utterly grief-stricken. They had nothing to look forward to. They had no encouragement. Everything was terrible. Their entire social structure was being destroyed that they had built, and they were God's chosen people, so everything was supposed to be going great. But who were they now? They're exiles. Like, who is their God? You know, they have all these questions, and just like we would have if our hometown was destroyed and we were all gathered up and sent away to go live in a foreign land. Like, that's how we would think too. It's like, who even are we? Who is this God we serve? We're supposed to be promised people living in this promised land. We would have a lot of questions. The author, most likely Jeremiah, pours his heart out to God throughout the first few chapters, lamenting about all that had gone wrong, and at times asking God to move in big ways. He's so heartsick and grief-stricken that by the beginning of chapter 3, it's almost hard to keep reading. Uh-oh. Don't know what happened there. Hopefully this is still working. But like I was saying, it's almost hard when by the time you get to chapter 3 to read it. It's just so sad. Then in verse 21, you start to see a change, and there's this one word that is a total game changer in this verse. It says, yet. And this word yet releases him from the bonds of despair as he suddenly remembers that God is in control, that God is faithful, that he is merciful, and God is bigger than his circumstances. And God alone, hope is found in him alone. Let's read the scripture here. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 18 through 24. It says, I cry out, my splendor is gone. Everything I had hoped for from the Lord is lost. The thought of my suffering and homelessness is bitter beyond words. I will never forget this awful time as I grieve over my loss. Yet, I still dare to hope. When I remember this, verse 22, the faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness, and his mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance, therefore I will hope in him again. The big change here, though, happens in verse 21, where you see this change from questioning the Lord, bitterness, and listing all of the things that he's grieving over. And then in verse 21, he says, yet I still dare to hope. When I remember this, the faithful love of the Lord never ends. What a great scripture to remember whenever we are suffering and we are troubled beyond belief. In hard times of grief or loss, we have to cry out, great is your faithfulness. But no matter what trouble or trauma we face, we must remember that God can turn tragedy into triumph. His love never fails. So you must find yourself overwhelmed by you may find yourself overwhelmed by life's circumstances. You got to remember, though, that it's okay to cry out to the Lord, to lament, and to release your feelings and frustrations. Just like this book, it's what it's all about. When you can do that and be honest with the Lord, but also balance that with the words of yet, as you claim hope, peace, and joy that is found forever in Jesus Christ, and it's yours, and it's been given to you when you have enough courage to say yet. Look at it one more time. Yet I dare to hope. May your cry be that you dare to hope. So that's my cry for you. If you're going through tough times, experiencing great loss, may you dare to have hope. Have a great day.